Buying versus renting, which is better in long-term marriage and why?
Buying. Question done. All right. Question 4.
And why?
Buying is better because you know what? Okay, first of all, disclaimer: if you're renting, that's fine. If that's what you can do, that's fine. If you can buy, that's fine. That's what you can do, that's fine. Yeah. In this situation, this financial climate, you have to make it work with what you've got. And some situations don't allow for some people to move out certain positions. However, financially and financial advice wise, people would advise.
This is not financial advice.
I know it's not financial advice, but financial advice wise, people would advise buying and kind of getting onto the property ladder and getting a foot on, even if that's your little toe. Do not. You're getting your little toe on the ladder. Then you get the fourth and the third and then the fourth. No, you get the fourth and the third, the second and the first toe. Some people's second toe is longer than the first toe. But
Is
you
that,
get it on the chair.
Are you throwing shot?
No, I'm just saying it. You just get it on the ladder.
Are you actually trying to throw shot?
No, I'm just saying.
So why did you go that way?
If some people's second toe is longer than the first toe.
Why did you feel the need?
Oh my days. Why did I choose that flow?
Yeah.
Some people second to longer than the first toe. Anyways, just get on the ladder and then climb, and that's what they say, innit? Because
well, that's what all the pretty girls have.
Ultimately, you want to own assets. Do you know what I'm saying? You want to own assets, and assets can pay you money. They can generate income for you. So ideally, you want to buy, and I think again, I have to give my wife the credit. She was definitely pushing for us to buy. At one point, I just didn't see how it's going to be possible. And I think it kind of aligns with what you said about kind of having audacious financial visions. But God came through, man, and a lot of like doors were open, the Lord opened for certain increases in finance and so forth. And we were able to buy our house and have the wedding we wanted as well. So again, ultimately, for me personally, is to walk with the Lord, pray, and consult Him in all decisions and so forth. But in a situation as well, I think, buying is better for married life because you've got an asset, you're paying into an asset, you're paying off an asset as opposed to renting, which you're paying someone else and you're not kind of building value in something you own. That's my view on it. I'll pass over to the Fanatic. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, I do actually. The reason I would like to springboard off your answer, if I may, love.
I hear it. Got you.
So this is why I think buying is better. Because as you say, you can almost look at it as another form of saving your money. Because what you've done is you've put your deposit into this asset. But now, okay, the money's, you've spent it, but it's still in something. It's kind of like, might call it some properties at SPV or something. It's still in a, it's just a special, SPV just means a special purpose vehicle. So this is just like you're putting money into a car, for example, and, you know, you're driving it. So you can, that's a bad analogy. You're putting money into something and it's just there. It's not gone anywhere. It seems like it's gone out of your bank account, but it hasn't gone anywhere. But it's still now building equity. This is a springboard because if you're renting, that money is left the building. Do you know what I mean? But here, it's still in something.
Nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found, me gone.
Do you know what I mean? So here, it's still in something. So you can put it in, then you build equity, and then because it's still in there, you can once again pull it out. And therefore, you can then go and do something else with that money. Not just the money that you've put in originally, but additional money that you've built. And then you can do it again, you can do it again, you can do it again. And you can build wealth that way. So if you're trying to have a family, you've got a young family, for example, you want to do something else, you want to start a business, you might not necessarily want to buy another property. You might want to start a business. You might want to pull money out of your home to start a business. So you just have more options and more levers to pull if you have an asset. Now, homes that you live in are assets, but they could be considered as liabilities because an asset is something that is cash generating usually. So, if you're living in it, it is an asset in theory because you own it and it can be liquidated to produce cash. This is becoming a very long very
No, carry on,
financially
carry on.
technical answer, can be liquidated to produce cash. But what we want to focus on is something that's cash generative for
An
you.
asset.
No, because not all assets are cash generative. So some assets actually, you know, you own it, but it takes money away from you.
A liability.
It's a bit technical, but
A liability's definition. If you keep it at a base level, liability.
yeah,
is
but
money.
you might.
Asset.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it a cash generative asset. A cash generative asset is something literally as simple as it can be, like a buy to let, because you own it, and it gives you money at the end of it. So that's what you want to focus on. That's why it's a long-winded answer, but this is not financial advice.
Have you landed?
Yeah, but I told you I springboarded off your answer.
I know, but you springboarded and then you're in the air. So I'm like, okay, cool. What's
you
the landing
keep
point?
interrupting me. I was landing, and you
My
started
bad,
talking
my
about
bad, my bad.
liabilities and mashed up the ting, bruv.
I don't know. Okay, my bad. Okay, landed.
So as I was saying, the reason it's better is because when you get your first property, it allows you to build equity. It allows you to put money you've saved into a vehicle. Then you can pull that money back out again, start a business, buy another property. These are methods of building wealth. And you can do that again and again, and it allows you to have various levers to pull to generate cash and to subsequently generate wealth. So is that good enough landing for you?
Good. So to summarize, buying or renting for married couples, which is better?
I say buying, but okay. Some people say renting because you're not tied to anything. Some people do say renting because if you think about it, like if you have a large amount of money and you're renting your property, you're earning a lot, for example, you can go where you want, do what you like. You're not tied to anything. You have that freedom.
Yeah, but same as with a yard, like you can, it's just have the same thing, like.
Yeah, but we still, as homeowners, we still have different responsibilities. We're responsible for the home. We're responsible for the insurance in this place.
Yeah, but then like ultimately, it's just an amount of money that's coming out every month. Renting versus buying, it's an amount of money that's coming out.
I see it that way, but other people have different views.
Fair enough.
Which we have to account for.